Mrs. Weigel's 8th grade social studies class has learned a way to make history a little more personal.
Today we have our presentations of learning. That we have worked with the Historical Society on the project Where I Come From. Where I Come From was a unit that we did. It's an identity unit, so they had to look at different things in each subject area, and through each of those they looked at where they came from. So in social studies we looked at early South Carolina and the founding of South Carolina. In science they looked at where they are on Earth as far as and in the solar system. And in English they explored poetry. They wrote a really pretty Where I'm From poem, which when you scan the QR code in the box you can hear them speaking the poem that they wrote. So they did a lot of different elements.
We created shadow boxes and to learn more about the history of South Carolina and Blythewood, and they include our South Carolina map, our fingerprint, a picture of where we're from, and our science background.
We live in Blythewood, so we live in Sand Hills region, and it's in South Carolina. You gotta know where you live and where you're from and all that stuff, like the past of where you live.
The students learned it doesn't really matter where one is from. There's history all around.
We're not in New York City, we're not in Charleston, but there's a lot that Blythewood has to offer as far as local history. So we took a local history walking tour, and the Historical Society did that for us. And we learned about some old buildings, we learned about how Blythewood originated and where it came from. And each of them picked a topic that they wanted to work on and learn more about in Blythewood. So we have everything from Native Americans to the train station to Clara's Sandwich Shop over there. And each student researched those topics and learn more about their local history.
We've learned about the history of Blythewood and stuff, like the history of Bethel Hanbury stuff. It used to be called Hanbury High, and was just a high school. Well, it was a high school, and then they moved it to K through 12.
Well, I learned that South Carolina has been around for a long time. I learned more about the kind of government we had, the kind of people, and how we made money.
It was a great project. We had a really good time doing it, and the partnership with the Historical Society has been invaluable when doing this.
You can see the students' shadow boxes on display at the Blythewood Historical Society, Blythewood Town Hall, and the lobby of Muller Road Middle School.